This week's JapanCast is brought to you by Site5, offering superior web hosting. Audible at audiblepodcast.com/JapanCast. Get your free audiobook today. And the Samui French Toast t-shirt. Go to shop.japancast.net today.
JapanCast.net.
JapanCast のビデオエピソードへようこそ。ひとみです。
Poto desu. JapanCast is part of a nutritious breakfast and a well-balanced meal. This is episode 34. So we have a lot in this episode. But first off, as you notice, our twinsy look here. Samui French Toast shirts are done. We shipped quite a few over the weekend, and we'll be shipping out more this week. So it's awesome for that. Thank you guys for your orders.
はい。
What else? JapanCast.tv. We talked about that a while ago, and as usual in the industry, things end up being a lot more complicated than it sounds. People are very eager to talk about things, but when it comes down to actually implementing, then things get bogged down. So we're still talking with providers, and we're still working on it. There's a limited amount of time that I have to devote to everything we do. So it's kind of been a little bit of a slow process, but we do own the URL, and we are talking to people about getting that up and running. And then same thing with version 1.5 of the app. I actually have been beta testing it, and there was a couple things that I didn't quite like that I wanted to have changed. So it was going to be released this weekend, and I actually went back and asked the programmer to change a couple of things. So that's what the holdup is on that. Anything else going on before we get into the actual show?
No,
No?
I don't think so.
Lots of cool videos are being posted on Facebook, and you're posting kanji for people to
I
learn.
started posting kanji lesson.
So, and that's, we had this discussion on Facebook. Before you try to get into learning the kanji, make sure you can read hiragana and katakana first, or you're just going to frustrate yourself. It's too much. There's 2,000 kanji, but there's only a few hiragana and katakana, and they don't have any meaning. They just have pronunciation. So it'll make your life a lot easier if you start by making sure you're totally able to read hiragana and katakana, then worry about the kanji.
Well, yeah, it takes a few months maybe to master everything, but it's good.
Yeah.
You should start from hiragana and katakana, and then move on to kanji.
Cool. All right. Up next, JapanCast Culture Corner. But before we go, we want to thank you guys for your donations.
Right.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Again, we're doing the. Did you do the personal?
Hi. The
With-
first one.
First one, for $20.
Herschel-san, ne?
Yeah, Herschel came for $20 a month and over. We got a few people now who've figured out that's quite a bargain compared to doing private lessons with you. So if you're over $20 a month, the sort of an extra bonus to you guys is to do a once a month
It's
personal
fun.
thing.
It
So.
is fun. It's very fun.
All right, let's move on to the Culture Corner. Okay, this episode should either come out on Valentine's Day or around there. So I'm guessing that you're watching this either on Valentine's Day or Valentine's Day just passed. So when you think of Valentine's Day, what do you think of?
チョコレート。
The great American, great American, great American chocolate factory.
Right. So, but of course, in Japan, it's different than here. Because it's a day for men, not women. And it involves...
チョコレート。
Right,
ギリチョ
cho-
あ、ギリチョコ
Right. And giri means what?
Giri means like a out of necessity.
Like obligation.
Your obligation. Yeah, it's not honest.
Right. It's not because you care about them. It's an obligation. So girls are expected then to take chocolate to like coworkers,
Definitely.
your boss, or if you're in school, friends. It's
Maybe.
but it's not. You don't. It's not like you're in love with every guy in your office. You're just
Right.
obligated to give them chocolate.
Right.
But it's for the men.
Only from girls to boys.
Right. I'm working on going after my congressman to get that introduced into U.S. legislation so we could change that. Make that law. I don't know. Now, however, there's a different kind of chocolate for boyfriend, or boyfriend or husband. And that is
本命チョコ
honmei choco, which is true feelings
Right.
chocolate.
Right. And home means like a real, true. And mei is, we use kanji for mei, like life.
So the person you have true feeling, your boyfriend, your husband. And I was reading that girls can spend upwards of $200 for imported honmei choco.
そう、$200も
Yeah.
すごい
So,
ゴダイバとかね、
yeah.
高いやつ。expensive one.
So this is an opportunity for girls to express their feelings to the guys in their life. So if you're a guy and you get some cheap chocolates from that girl that you've been eyeing, she has no feelings. It's a real easy way to tell her feelings. But if you get some really expensive chocolates from her and you didn't know, and that's her opportunity maybe to
Right.
give you something, and you go, oh wow, those, you'll know it's not from the 7-Eleven.
そうね。
So,
Right.
and I was reading that for school boys, this could be like a really awesome day because you might get
A lot.
a lot of really good
Yeah,
chocolates,
it's
but you may
popular
get
guy.
Nothing,
Nothing.
and it may be a miserable day for you. So
Yeah,
that's tough.
it is.
It is very different than we have here.
It is different.
It's a girls' holiday more. I mean, it's mutual, but guys are really expected to.
Flowers. and
chocolate, go out to dinner, that kind of thing. So thought that'd be, for you guys who are really new to this, it's a very interesting, different cultural thing than what we have. Anything else you want to add before we thank our sponsor and move on to the next?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So, thanks to Site 5. Don't want to knock my computer on the floor. They provide us with our hosting and our bandwidth, and we could not do it without them. So go to JapanCast.net, and on the tabs at the top, you'll see Site 5 listed as one of our tabs. Click that. If you're looking to host a website, a blog, or anything like that, they make it so easy, and their support is awesome. I'm using the word awesome a lot today. So up next we have this week's phrase or idiom, and I know for a fact it's a bunch of phrases, a bunch of very useful phrases you're going to want to repeat over and over and over again. So let's move on to this week's phrases. So this week we have a lot. I think it's like 16, 17, something like that. A lot of phrases. These are just very useful things. If you're going to Japan, you should know these. So let's get through them because there's a lot. Number 1. Could you tell me the way to the post office?
はい。郵便局へ行く道を教えてください。郵便局へ行く道を教えてください。
All right. How about, where is the bank?
銀行はどこにありますか？銀行はどこにありますか？
How can I get to this address?
この住所はどうやって行ったらいいですか？ この住所はどうやって行ったらいいですか？
How can I get to Kinkakuji?
金閣寺はどこですか？金閣寺はどこですか？
I'd like to go to Tokyo Station.
東京駅に行きたいんですが、東京駅に行きたいんですが、
Does this dress make my butt look big?
このドレス、お尻が大きく見えますか？ Do I have to repeat this?
Yeah.
このドレス、お尻が大きく見えますか？
Can I walk there?
そこまで歩いて行けますか？そこまで歩いて行けますか？
How long does it take to go to Tokyo Tower on foot?
ここから東京タワーまで歩いてどのぐらいかかりますか？ここから東京タワーまで歩いてどのぐらいかかりますか？
We have to take a quick pause, and I just realized I doubled our sponsor thing. So this is supposed to be Samui French Toast T-shirt time. So as we mentioned at the top, Samui French Toast shirts are done. Shipping, head to shop.japancast.net and check those out. I will stop the camera for 1 second just so to make sure we don't cut in the middle of all these useful phrases because we have a ton more coming up. So quick break, and we'll be back with a lot more useful phrases.
はい